Hey guys, welcome back to the Cambridge United RTG. You join us in episode 3 of season 5 with some big teams to play against today. Recently relegated Watford, recently relegated West Bromwich Albion, and then Norwich and Middlesbrough and Fulham. All big sides for Championship level and even bigger at Premier League level in certainly Watford's case. In the current season in real life, and obviously Norwich and Fulham and West Brom have all been up and down in recent years. Middlesbrough, it's been a little while since they were Premier League, but they're still one of the biggest teams at Championship level. So, rather sizable episode today. We'll play the first 3. Obviously in the Cup we'll sim with the rotated 11, and Middlesbrough we will sim as it's a home game, and they're one of the sides that aren't quite so high. They're in 10th, but Norwich, I feel like I'd rather play them away than play Middlesbrough at home. We welcome Joey back to the team. So as we stand right now, Ironside is at striker, Rudoni is at cam, and Twine is on the left. Obviously we've got till January to figure out whether Ironside at striker is still something that works for us. He's dropped from 73 to 71 rated, but still has decent stats. Obviously he's got 0 sharpness right now, so that will improve and he'll get better still. So we might have to give him a few games to get up to speed, but I'd like Joey to try and get us to the Premier League. If he can't do it, we will be ruthless in January. Not sell him, but drop him to the bench and then look to move a couple of other players on to buy someone else to come in and start up top. The option I have at the minute, and I mentioned this at the end of the last episode, to try and make the most of Falconer, as he has potential to be special, I am contemplating moving Rudoni to the left, where he originally came in and played for us prior to his move to Cam, dropping Twine to the bench, or selling Twine to buy a decent striker. Twine, obviously, we brought in as the League One top goal scorer from Season 3. Unfortunately, despite playing in a similar sort of role in our team last year than he did at MK Dons, he wasn't able to impact the play anywhere near as much. And at this moment in time, I feel like we have more of an attachment to players like Stone, Rudoni, Chapman, Coles, etc. All of the other players in the squad are kind of those that I'd rather stay, and Twine I don't really feel like we've built up much of a rapport with. So if someone is to move on to fund a striker, it would probably be him. If we can keep him at the club and afford to buy a striker anyway, then that should be the priority. I may go as far as to sell someone like Ben Warman and keep Scott Twine on the bench to ensure that we keep up with the depth of quality that we have at the club. Obviously, Ben hasn't played much at all for us in the past 18 months. And, well, sometimes you just have to get ruthless with the level that you're playing at. Obviously, we're going to miss Gwilt for this next game as he's away on international duty with Wales, which is nice of him to just leave us in the lurch like that. But it does mean that Dijksteel... Oh, I'm going to have to do it in the other menu. It does mean that Dijksteel is going to get his debut for us, or at least played debut for us, in this next game. So we'll get to see what he's all about in a fixture, and Harry Darling will pop up onto the bench. But Joey is back. The big man's back, and hopefully he can slot straight back in and play exactly the same way that he did before he left, or before he got injured. I don't envisage that being the case, but he deserves the opportunity to have a chance, because top goal scorer for the first, well, every season. He was top goal scorer in the league last year and didn't play for January, February, March and April and May. So certainly, after scoring 21 goals in half a season last year, he deserves the opportunity to go again. Change him slightly forward to a Cam. Can we? There we go. And Barrios, let's put, rather obviously, Lucas Moura out there. Okay, well that's how Watford will line up. I won't bother showing you the opening fixture or opening lineup then, because you can quite frankly see it here and see all of their ratings. So let's jump straight into the game then at Vicarage Road and try get ourselves back towards those playoff and automatic promotion spots. Across here to the central midfielder, Burkhardt, our highest rated player at 84, into Patania, and Cooper makes the save. As you can see top left, they have the best defensive record in the table so far. So some of the sides we're playing at this stage of the season are particularly impressive. Obviously yesterday we had Bournemouth and Swansea, who at the time were 5 wins from 5. Swansea beat us, went 6 wins from 6. And Bournemouth were right up there as well, having won 5 in 6 now so far this season. So, yes, we've had an average start to the season, but we have been playing against some really tough sides back to back to back. So there's certainly going to be the opportunity to open up the score sheet a little bit more regularly in some up-and-coming games to try and find a way. Good header by Cade Gordon over the bar, though, to find a way further up the table. Munoz into Sierralta. Kayembe. Lucas down the line. Dijksteel's going to try and stay with Burkhardt here, but can't. That's a decent delivery by Lucas. The keeper thought about coming, didn't, and Josh Key will head behind for a corner. If you cast your mind back to yesterday's transfer deadline day, you'll remember seeing that Watford actually lost loads of players in the summer transfer window. In their relegation back to this level, they actually got gutted. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anywhere will do. Their team actually got gutted, and a number of their best players got taken away and signed by someone else, and they still have one of the best teams in the division. So, oh my god, Joey Ironside destroyed. They're trying to injure him again. Twine might have just been off there. He wasn't. He's in. Oh! No. Not necessarily what I was after with that shot there, Scotty boy, to be completely honest. Holy bejeebus. That was a bit terrible. But yeah, Watford have still one of the strongest sides in the entire division, despite losing 6, 7 or 8 of their first team squad players. So how they were able to get relegated in the first place is it's a massive surprise. But never mind, they are in the Championship and they have lost some of their best players, so hopefully that makes them vulnerable. Although they have come the closest to taking the lead in this game so far, with that effort off the post a moment ago, and now an effort very well saved by Cooper again, who gobbles up the loose ball. Main striker, Bayrami, what are you doing? Taking his time is what he's doing. Harasleen has beaten Josh Key with some good movement. Cooper's in the way again. Very heavily having to rely on my goalkeeper at the moment just to keep Watford out. Joey's done really well to win that. Oh, that was supposed to go to the left back. Now it's going to kill me. Of course it does. Oh, we defend as hard as we possibly can. And one mistake. It gives it away. That was supposed to go to Teddy Coles. 1-0 down. Unfortunately, Burkhardt gets his goal. I mean, look. Look where I'm aiming that. And look where it decides to play the pass. That is absolutely not my fault. Changes afoot for us and for them. Conde's on in the midfield for Chapman. And Falconer is on for Twine. And Rudoni is now out on the left-hand side. Who will immediately be found. Drill it into the middle. Find Cade Gordon, who doesn't get us an equaliser. What a save by the goalkeeper. Got there very well. But to get the distance on the clearance as well, on the parry, was unbelievable. That was a top-quality stop from their man in between the sticks. That might be... Oh, I'll throw. No, it's a foul for them, in actual fact. With 9 minutes to go now, as Lucas Moura goes off, and they make yet more changes, Watford. Leandro Trossard is on in his place. Yeah, hell of a substitution to make at this level to bring someone like Leandro Trossard on. Right, Cade Gordon is there. I am going to need the support here, and it is arriving. Just need my passes to find their mark. Joey to Rudoni. Rudoni, oh, just didn't kick it. Quite simply, didn't kick it. Is that loose? Dyke still gets to it. Oh, but uses an arm. Oh, man. The chance to break was there again. Dyke still gets to it a second time, but straight to a Watford man now. I think we're going to lose this by a goal to nil. Poke this down the line. Come on, then. It literally will be now or never. Oh, it was meant for Joey. We can still find him. Oh, I just needed to turn the man and find a pass, and surely, again, we would have found the goal. Oh, man. We were so close on numerous occasions to finding the equaliser, or just being one pass away from finding the equaliser. But it wasn't to be at Vicarage Road. It's defeat to Watford. Oh, I felt like I deserved more from that game. And I'm sure you guys will agree after seeing the highlights and the little clips of where the passes were going. Right, West Bromwich Albion next. So it doesn't necessarily get any easier. But fingers crossed we can find a way to get a win at home this time. West Bromwich Albion heads to us then with a 5-2-3. Sam Johnston in goal, Gardner Hickman on the right-hand side. Drabulok Adina starts for them at championship level at centre-back alongside Dara O'Shea and Sigurd Rosted with Connor Townsend at left wing-back. Jason Malumbi and Maxime Lopez in the central positions with Leo Jabba and Carlin Grant out wide with Divock Origi up top. A trio of 78 rated, very capable players up top for West Brom. They are currently second in the table, so we're playing basically all of our title rivals in a row at the minute. And unfortunately, we keep losing to them. But it does mean that, hopefully, we should get a run of fixtures after this that are a little bit more straightforward and we can go on a bit of a win streak. Here, Jabba picked off by Teddy Coles. And Rudoni will get that around the corner looking for Twine. He'll find Joey, who gets caught, but, with excellent footwork. Finds Rudoni, who doesn't quite have the pace to get through. I could have sworn he was fast enough to make it through that gap. Josh Key's going to try and get there. He's not going to. And Carlin Grant will look to build here for West Bromwich Albion. Can't quite get there. Back they come here. Misplaced pass on their side this time, but they do manage to keep possession. Lovely ball into Divock Origi. And Cooper struggles to keep it out, but does manage to keep it out. Twine can't get to that. And here come West Brom again. Lopez back to Malumbi. In there to Leah Jabba. He has options. Divock Origi's there again. The extra man is across. Cooper makes the save. Doyle makes the block. And they'll still fucking score. I don't know what I'm doing wrong today, but it's not going my way. 1-0 West Brom. Oh, cheers, pal. He's literally kicked that straight to me. He couldn't have gifted me possession any better. Looking for Joey through the gap. Holds it up well. Here's Josh Key. Get that into Chapman in the middle. Just has to stutter his run a little bit. Look at the West Brom line step. And then nail me from behind. Wow, getting a little bit aggressive here, West Brom, in their attempts to try and keep me out. Get that back in there to Rudoni. And Stone. Twine. Joey's there. Here's Chapman. Through that gap was Rudoni, and he would have been onside because of the... Well, I think he would have been onside because of the left back dropping deep to try and mark a runner. I just couldn't find the gap. We've been so close to goals in this episode so far, but I've just been, half a yard away with a pass each and every time. And from that, West Brom take a 2-0 lead. Just squeezing it round the corner, helping it on its way. Just enough power on it. It's a good run. And, Cooper can't quite get there with his foot. So very, very nearly able to stretch and keep that out. It's painful. It's really painful. Chapman. Okay, Rudoni was meant for Chapman. It finds Chapman now. Stood up. Twine with a decent effort, and it's not going to fall for me the way that it falls for them. And Rudoni just can't get to it. Josh Key intercepts that, though. Come on, then, quickly. Joey's made a run. He got stuck on the defender. Again, so close to the chance to create the goal. Cade Gordon could probably have cut that out as well if he actually tried to get to it. Nice. And Twine. Heavy touch, but Rudoni will find Joey, who finds some space. The big man's back. First goal of the game. First goal of the episode for us. Joey Ironside is the man to get it in first half stoppage time. A great time to score and gives us fresh confidence that we can go into the second half and find our way back into this game. Good acceleration. Slammed home the finish. We're back in it. Carlin Grant brings that down nicely. Up there to Townsend. Gordon very nearly got there. Keeper's going to come. He's not going to get there. Lopez makes it 3. We scored just at the end of the first half. They scored right at the end of the second. I thought the keeper could get there. This through ball is just perfection. There's no way any defender can get to it. Cooper comes out and dives at it, but he's almost diving where the ball isn't. Some peculiar mechanics in this game sometimes. We're 3-1 down. He probably wouldn't have saved it anyway, but if he'd have dived at the ball with his hands rather than his knees, then you might have cut that out. Cross comes in. Gwilt will get there. It was Doyle, in fact. Chapman forward looking for Joey. The pass is just shit. That's my highest rated, 83 rated player with passing in the late 80s, and he cannot find a simple ball to a man that is clear free 20 yards away. Chapman on the breakaway this time. Can he find the right pass now? He can on this occasion. Look, Cade Gordon's in. And we'll look for Joey. And Joey, with a heavy touch, will miss the target. The chance to get a second. Not taken. Bollocks. Doyle out to Twine. Joey's on the run. And he's held it up well. And here comes Rudoni through that gap. And here's Twine. He will get there first. And I'll look for Rudoni in the middle. And he'll get there ahead of the goalkeeper, just as they did at the other end. It is 3-2, and we are still in this game. Lovely diving header by Jack Rudone, putting his head into the danger zone, where he could easily have gotten a punch to the face or a knee to the face. Just threw himself at it. That's absolutely superb. In actual fact, he's ended up between the goalkeeper's legs with his balls in his face. But he was able to get there. That's a brilliant header. Just getting enough on it. That was face to inner thigh at pace. That is going to be painful for Rodoni. But the joy of scoring the goal outweighs the pain of slamming your face against someone's leg. We are still in this game at 3-2. Don't give up yet. Never say die. Leo jab up, picked off nicely by Teddy Coles. Have we got West Brom rattled? I hope so. Doesn't seem so, though. Okadina with the ball to Gardner-Hickman. In there to Jakic. And Divock Origi out wide to Leo Jabber again. Got options here, West Brom. Every time we've pulled a goal back, they've gone and extended that lead again. And they might do from the set piece that's about to come. Joey is slightly tired. So Joey is coming off. And Rudoni will move forward into centre forward. And Faulkner will come on at cam. So we're lined up the way that we started the season now. Gwilt does well there. Rudoni just going to take my time. Still fuck it up. Ay, 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 Twine. Loose ball. Fuck. Origi. Oh my god. How was... Where is... What the hell was that finish? Loose pass. Fuck my life. But touch, turn, and then he's... Oh, that's a really strange goal. Is it just too high for the keeper? That's an unbelievable finish from Divock Origi. That is literally, from that position, probably the only place he could have put that ball for it to find its way into the back of the net. Again, we scored a goal, and again, West Bromwich Albion extend the lead back to 2. Doesn't matter what we do today, we just can't seem to get any points on the board. There is still further opportunities to do so, though. So we will still try and fight for those opportunities and get some points on the board. Kay Gordon to Faulkner, looking for Rudoni. He's turned well. Faulkner's there again. Rudoni, Twine, hit it early, he's well blocked. 3.5 minutes to go. Sorry, 2.5 minutes to go. And unfortunately, we are going to lose again here to West Brom. But we've shown a bit more, not necessarily even more attacking intent than we did against Watford. We just actually were able to find some of the passes through that we needed on this occasion today. In this match day, but there's still going to be the opportunity to score more goals, perhaps, just to help our goal difference a little bit more. No. When it's not your day, it's not your day. And I think we can all agree that today has not been mine. 4-2 defeat to West Bromwich Albion at home. That's 4 straight losses in a row now, I think. All against title rivals. Or playoff hunting rivals. Feel more like a playoff hunter than a title challenger at the moment, but obviously seasons swing dramatically, and hopefully this one is about to. We're down in 14th at the moment. We're only 6 points off the playoffs. But we are 11 points off top. Swansea just flying at the minute, as are West Brom and Watford. I mean, our last 4 games are Swansea, West Brom, Watford, Bournemouth. All of whom are winning every single week. I don't think we should read too much into the recent run of results because, quite frankly, it's been brutal, the fixture list. And you would have expected us probably to lose all of the games that we've played against the opponents that we've played them against. Just unfortunately, they're all coming in a row rather than spread out across the course of the season. I don't think it's time to overreact. I'm sure we will be absolutely fine, but fingers crossed we can put together a decent run of results moving forward after today. Because tomorrow, with Huddersfield, Peterborough, Blackburn, Preston, they're games we absolutely should win and hopefully will win. Up next for us, 11th place Norwich. Norwich with their 4-4-2. Tim Krul still in goal for them in Season 5. Barley Mumba at right back. Julian Chabot at centre back alongside Ryan Porteous. And Sam McCallum at 79 rated at left back. Daniel Adshead in the middle alongside Pierre Limalou. Milo Rashitzui still here on the left. They've got Liel Abada on the right. Ricardo Pepi up top alongside Nicolas Lopez. On the bench, some good options. Still got Todd Campbell at 80 rated, although he's still not involved in their starting lineup. Archie Mayer in goal is a player that is decent if you're in League One, but Championship level, certainly not cutting it. Roberto Lopez is an option off the bench, as is Rafa Suarez. Another side with a really good squad. Joey, you may have noticed there, has already grown back up to 72 from 71 after one game. Or 2 games. After 2 games, he's already grown back to 72. So, I mean, Joey is just continuing to go on. He's going nowhere, Joey Ironside. He doesn't want to leave us. He doesn't want to drop out the starting lineup. He wants Cambridge United to be in the Premier League, and he wants to be in the starting 11 when we get there. Whether he will or not is still open to question. But for the time being, I can't look beyond him. Nice interception by Cade Gordon. Through the gap. Chapman has Rudoni with him. Make a run for me, please, Scott. Thank you. Scott Twine. Oh, look for Chapman. It's Joey. It's Cambridge United scoring a goal. And it's that man again. I don't care what you say in the comment section. Joey Ironside is not finished. At all. Not even close to it. At 31, turning 32 soon, he still has so much to give to this football club. I fucking love Joey Ironside. Out to Abada. It's a nice ball. Now we're in trouble. They got runners. Oof. Not that they need them. Abada with a cracker off the bar. Jeez Louise, that was close. Rudoni into Stone, who's running onto it at pace. Has Joey here with him. Joey will get it out wide. On the overlap, please, Josh Key. Still going. Cade Gordon's with me. Oh, I think Joey was offside. Bollocks. 1-0 up at half-time, though. And we'll absolutely take that after the run of games we've just had. Nico Gonzalez into Lee Malou. Brilliant rangy ball out to McCallum, who's forward from left-back. 4-4-2 isn't really working for Norwich at the moment, but they are building well here. This is probably the best put-together move they've had so far. Chapman to Rashica. That's going to be perfectly weighted into just the right spot for Pepe, but he won't be able to get it on target. Sorry, Dean Smith. No goal for you yet. Milo Rashica going off for them, and Todd Cantwell coming on now on the left. So, brilliant technical ability, just not quite as fast as Rashica. Although, to be fair, Rashica's probably aging now, so might not be as quick as he was, but still. You know what to expect from Todd Cantwell. Creativity. So we're going to have to try our best to keep them quiet. Keep him quiet in the latter stages here. Cade Gordon's cross is by no means good enough. Chapman will find Stone, though, and he'll have a bit of space to shoot. And nearly caught Tim Krul out. Now, why is Teddy Coles continually the man that is there from the corner? Don't want you there, Teddy, to be completely honest. I want Joey there. Joey's at the back post now. We'll look for Gwilt. It's actually Doyle. Found well. Oh, can Teddy get there? He tried. It is to be another corner. Fair enough. See, I used to just put this on the edge of the 6-yard box and hope that Joey Ironside could get to it. Now it seems Doyle is our man to go for in these scenarios. On target again, but unfortunately, keeper in the way. As said, that's a lovely ball into Pepe. It's opening up for Norwich here. Gwilt. Oh, I don't think there's anything. He's going to send him, isn't he? I thought for a minute he was going to send him as last man. There was nothing wrong with that challenge. Michael Gwilt put in an excellent tackle. Are we going to get a replay of it? I'm sure I won the ball first. I did. I mean, that is not a foul. Categorically, objectively, not a foul. What are you doing, referee? Who are you trying to kid? Free kick for them. Nico Lopez, straight at Michael Cooper. We'll try and waste time a little bit now. I have made a change. We've taken Rudoni off, and Falconer is on again, but he's on at Cam with Joey in front of him, rather than Rudoni being pushed forward. And Conde has come on for Chapman as well to try and help us firm up. I could play Falconer in. Come on, Kirk. Twine. There's a second. That's game. Get in! 3 points for Cambridge United. Falconer off the bench and immediately gets himself an assist. Up the Yellers. That's a ping. And he's onside, Barley Mumba. He's been switched to the other side of the pitch. Started at right back. Now he's on at left back. Pepe! That is a top stop from Michael Cooper. Hopefully we see a replay of that. Oh, we're not going to. That was a brilliant fingertip save from the goalkeeper, as that is on its way towards probably the top corner. Let's have a look at it from behind. Oh, certainly on its way towards the top corner. He's got just enough on it to be able to get it around the post, because that had so much power on it. Ferocious strike from the Norwich man. got half a toe to that, and it knocked it off its course. Barley Mumble will go back out here to Todd Cantwell. They still look for a way back into the game, Norwich. It's probably enough time to score 2 with 4 minutes to go, although it will be a tough ask of them. Looks like we might be about to get back to winning ways. No sooner than needed as well. Certain Mr. Joe Ironside still doing the business up top for us, isn't he? Conde into Falconer. I'll send Joey through the gap. Go on, Sunshine. I don't care whether you're 31. Here comes Falconer. Here's Kirky. There's a third. Oh, that feels so good. Cambridge 3, Norwich 0. I told you it was just that run of fixtures against the top bloody 4 sides that meant that we weren't getting the results that we felt like we needed. And some bad luck as well. Finally, everything goes our way and we get a convincing win. Convincing win at Carrow Road. That should rocket us up the table a couple of positions, we hope. And then, fingers crossed, with the simulated game against Middlesbrough later today, as well as the cup game, we can continue to put together a bit of a run of form now. The corner has been turned. And who has brought that corner about? None other than Mr. Joe Samuel Ironside. Delighted to have him back. We were 14th prior to that game. We'll see where we are after it. Ollie Burke is glad to be back, but he's also on the transfer list. So, sorry, pal. In fact, he's saying he's glad that I'm putting him on the transfer list. I misinterpreted or misread what it was that he was saying. You're welcome, mate. You're not going to get anywhere near the starting lineup now, so toodle pip. Adebayo is the man. Actually, I might. Let's have a look. Adebayo or Ollie Burke? Probably Ollie Burke, to be honest, but we'll put Adebayo on the bench for Twine. Chapman's now 84. Yikes. There are some 84 rated players in this division at the moment, as you've seen from Watford's striker that scored against us. Right. Simulate this one against Fulham in the Carabao Cup. Some more first team football for some rotation players, and they just keep pulling off the results. How are they doing this? Ben Warman with a goal to pull it back 6 minutes after Deba gave Fulham a 1-0 lead. And then Abbott gives us a 2-1 win at Craven Cottage. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Dapo Afolayan still at Fulham. He's not growing though. He's just seemingly stuck at 76 rated, Dapo. I re-scouted Jubril because his scout report had run out at West Brom on our shortlist. Right, Middlesbrough. One final sim then. Can we continue? They are level on points with us. We have gone above Norwich with that game that we just beat them with. Because, actually, our record is exactly the same, other than they've drawn 4 and we've won 4. And it's the extra wins that are why we are above them. Because we've both scored 14 and conceded 13 and played 9 and are on 13 points. It's a remarkable... Look, there's 3 different ways that teams are all on 13 points there. If we win against Middlesbrough by 2 goals, then we could go... Well, actually, no. If we win against Middlesbrough, we go above them anyway. But if we win, we could go above Barnsley as well and up into 9th. Got to win it, though. So let's go and do exactly that, shall we? Cambridge United back to their best. Never mind, then. Crooks in the 82nd minute gives them a 2-1 win after Coburn had a goal disallowed or penalty missed. Not sure which one it is, actually. After 2 minutes, Morley gave them the... a certain Aaron Morley gave them a 1-0 lead. Sorry, Gordon pulled it back for us. Cade Gordon grabbing a goal. A former player scoring against us, though, unfortunately, and it was enough to help Middlesbrough on their way to a victory. So we do taste defeat once more in today's episode as Peterborough win 3-2 against MK Dons. And we start tomorrow with Huddersfield Town away. Huddersfield, Forest, Peterborough, Blackburn, and Preston, and Hull in the Cup, which is another absolutely winnable game. We're really on that. Typically now, that'll be the one that we lose, but we're really on a great league cup run, aren't we? Is there anybody in these... that's going to be a no then. Anybody in these... Oh, potentially. I think that's 2... I'll just call him up and we'll have a look at him. 79 to 94 is certainly good enough to warrant having a look at, regardless of what his current rating is. Might take him a season or 2 to grow, but he might be a good money spinner for us in a couple of seasons' time. Where do you play currently, Mr. Daly? Centre mid. Where are you best suited to, Mr. Daly? Probably Cam. Almost certainly Cam. Or maybe out wide. Crossing of 51, short passing of 58. I'm going to say Cam. What's his finishing? 50. He's certainly not a centre mid, but I mean, maybe a wide man instead. Just train him at right mid, perhaps. Just train him at right mid. Well, he's got the potential, 79 to 94, so hopefully he can grow well. To keep you updated with a player that is growing well in their loan spell, Dennis Huberner is up 2 to 72 at the minute, and looking like he might well get a decent amount of growth this season to challenge Michael Cooper longer term. Development-wise, reactions to 72, 72, 76, 79, 66, 68. Now, obviously, Michael Cooper is significantly better at present, but Huberner is not far behind. Another 18 months of loan football, and he could be right up there, challenging for that first team spot by the time we get to the Premier League. Well, hopefully we get to the Premier League at the end of this season, so second season in the Premier League. That's what we're wishing for anyway. We're 14th currently, but we've finally been able to get back to winning ways, although the top sides are really still stretching their legs. 4 sides on 25, and then West Brom on 24. The title race is red hot, but we're quite a way behind it at the moment, but now we have a real run of fixtures where we should be able to go victory, 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 build and build and build. And Joey is, again, the foundation of that building. The big man is back with a bang, and we hopefully are starting to turn our form around. Actually, we've got a game in hand on a couple of other teams as well, so that will come in handy. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more. We are praying this is the season that we get to the Premier League. I'll see you tomorrow.